All right, we're almost to the property. We're going north on Marigold Drive. The land will be on the left. This is a special tract with direct frontage on the Niagara River. The east side actually fronts Marigold. It's fairly narrow on the east side, and then it gets wider as you get toward the river. Looking to the left, you can see a blue gate. We're going to go through there in just a second. But just past that gate on the left is the frontage on Marigold. So it does have direct frontage. You're welcome to put in a driveway if you want to. But with the easement road in place, it's actually probably not necessary to put a driveway on this one, because you literally pull in right next to the property, and then as soon as you bump over to the right, you're actually on the property. So I mean, you're welcome to punch a driveway through there if you want to, but we're on the property right now. So we're gonna first we're gonna drive this meadow area. We'll take a look at that, and then we'll go down and check out the river itself, which is what we're really here for. But the funny thing is, even without the river, this is a really nice tract. This open meadow is gorgeous. Like I said, it's fairly narrow here on the east side, but it's getting wider as we go toward the west. You can see the posts in the ground. That would be the south line of the property. So this is a 5-acre tract. This is tract 6B. The parent tract, tract 6, was a 10-acre tract, and that got split into two. It had so much river frontage, it almost didn't make sense to have it all on one property. So we split this into two 5-acre tracts, and it still has a tremendous amount of river frontage. Direct frontage on the Niagara, so pretty fantastic. We're heading west. The guys told me they put in an actual site up here in the meadow, so we're going to check that out. Okay. Oh, this looks really good. So we're at the west edge of the meadow. It's opened up. I'm sorry, it's on the opposite of opened up. It's gotten wooded. And we've got a pretty nice private turnaround area or a site right here. Brush pile there, that could be used for firewood or whatnot. So we are directly on the property. This actually is a pretty nice site right here. The unique thing about this tract and a lot of these other tracts out here at Riverside, not only do you have direct river frontage and access, physical access to the water, I mean, you can get right to it, no problem. You also have a high and dry building site completely out of the floodplain. So that's where we are right now. This is 100% out of the floodplain. Build your home or cabin here, or have your campsite here, and you're in good shape. We'll go down toward the west in just a minute. I wish they would have done a little trail here, because as this starts to slope down after about another 150 feet, you really have a nice view of that river valley and of the river itself. And if you were to remove some of the smaller timber, you'd have a sweeping view. But without a trail, I really don't want to. Well, we've got a little bit of a trail here. Well, I mean, feel free to bring your weed whacker or whatnot and open up. See, I would have probably gone back here for the building site, but maybe they didn't see this. If this were mowed out, this would be a heck of a nice property. Or a heck of a nice building site, I mean. Although the one they did pick is already private enough, and it's fairly level. I don't have the exact width. You can look in the listing and check the MapRight map to see the width of where we are, but certainly wide enough to build right here. Okay, let's go check out the river. So you are welcome to clear a trail or even a road going down there and going down the hill to the river. But it does get steep. Look at the topo map to see what we mean. It drops off steeply. That's why you've got that nice view when you get there, is because the land does drop. So you're certainly welcome to clear your own trail going down there, but probably easier just to use the existing easement road. So to do that, all we do is head back toward the east, toward the gate where we came in, and we'll follow that road on down to the river. little bumpy here. They really didn't smooth any particular driveway here because it's kind of dependent upon where the new owner wants to put it. You can hug the edge of the meadow, you could go right through the middle of the meadow on your own specific tract. Okay, so now we've gone back to the gate and we've actually gone left, and we're going to follow this gravel easement road down the hill and back to the property. So this really is a nice bonus on this, in that you already have vehicle access to the west side and to the river. River tracks are all kind of special. I mean, they're hard to come by in the first place, and then they all have their own little idiosyncrasies. I mean, it's really tough to find a track like this that kind of gives you everything: the high and dry building site, the view, the access to the water. I mean, it's got 2 separate open meadow areas, which is awesome. If you wanted to do some gardening or have a couple horses, I mean, you've got that option. We do have covenants in place. There are existing covenants on these tracks to keep them looking good, but you can have, I believe, up to 3 horses on your property. Okay, now we've come to the bottom. We can see the open meadow. We're going to take a right. The road goes left. There's a dump truck. The guys were out here working. We're going to go right and just follow the gravel road. There's power in a couple different spots out here at Riverside. The power easements are in place. So if and when you need power, the easements are in place that the power company can get it to you. I'm using the MapRight app today. We always use that when we're looking at properties. We started about a year ago. It's great. You can get the free app. You can buy a full version, and they'll try to talk you into buying a full version or trial version or whatever. You really don't need to. You just need to get the app for either Apple or Android. Oh, this is kind of cool. If you look toward the edge of the meadow there, that's the river, and on the other side is I think it's Maggard's campground. Because this is such a popular section of river, we've got several different campgrounds out here. Now the road goes there. I'm actually gonna skirt around it because I've been down it once already today. See, the guys came out and graded it yesterday, and then we got a tremendous amount of rain overnight. So it's actually, it's not that I'd get stuck, I just don't want to rut it up. It usually takes a day or two after they grade it. You try to grade a road not right before it rains, but in this case, it rained unexpectedly, and so it's going to be soft for a day or two on that point anyway. But no, the campgrounds, because it's such a popular area, because it's the trout fishing section, this specific tract has direct river frontage in the White Ribbon trout fishing area. So if you've ever looked for a property where you can fish for trout, you know what they cost and you know how hard they are to find. This has that covered. Okay, as we cross over, we've come back to the property. It's on both sides of the road here. So looking to the right, that goes up the hill to where we just were at the building site. And looking to the left, this will take us to the river. Okay, so now we're kind of headed, well, northwesterly. The property's gotten quite a bit wider, which is good, because, I mean, it's probably where you want the width, is at the river. This open meadow area, this is river bottom ground. This is gorgeous black dirt. You could probably grow just about anything here. Horses would love it. Or you could use it for a hay field. I mean, it's really good quality soil. Of course, we lost our sunshine, unfortunately, but that's okay. So what the guys have done here is they came in, we're at about the south line of the property. You can see the stake there. The guys kept the trail fairly close to the south side. I'm sure I could pull all the way down there, but since we just had that rain last night, I don't know how soft it's going to be. And I'm just going to leave the truck here and we'll walk the last little bit to the river. Yeah, we'll drive it. Why not? I'm actually going to recommend that you don't drive this if it's been raining. But I know there's I think the guys are out here, so if I get stuck, they can pull me out again. I hope I don't, though. This is generally really hard packed, but I mean, after that hard rain, oh, look at this. This is gorgeous. They've got this opened up like a park down here. So pretty. Okay, now I am going to park here because that looks like it could be soft. But I can see the river, so I mean, we're there. If it hadn't rained last night, you could drive anything at all on this, but, and actually as I'm walking it, it's really not very soft. It was just a little slippery, that's all. Oh, this is nice. This opens up into a gravel beach area. This is gorgeous. So pretty. And that's the Niagara River in the trout fishing section. There's 3 or 4 turtles on the log over there. This is generally a really clear section of river. You can actually look in and see the fish. Pretty cool. With that rain we had last night, I think it stirred it up a little bit, although it's actually still fairly clear. Even without the trout, this is good fishing. You've got bass, you've got probably catfish. I think that's a campground area up there, I'm not sure. I can actually see fish in the water, that's pretty cool. You'll see as the river comes up, you know, every year or two or however often, it deposits these trees here from upriver, and then probably the next time the river comes up, they'll be gone. And this might be just wide open and very level right to the river. Right now we do have some old trees. Just phenomenal frontage though. Beautiful gravel right to the water. I mean, you can put in your canoe or your kayak. You could certainly swim here. This is easily clear enough that I'd be comfortable having my daughter swim right here. Just one of the prettiest spots you'll ever see. This is phenomenal. That looks like some kind of little campground over there. During the week, even in the summertime, you don't see a whole lot of traffic on this river, but I've been out here a couple weekends ago, Friday and Saturday, and that's when you see some people, and probably in the evenings they'll be at the campgrounds. But midweek, it's surprisingly peaceful out here. This happens to be a Monday afternoon at about 3 o'clock when we're filming this, and I can see a few people at the campgrounds, but there's really no one on the water. So rare to have a property with this much frontage. I mean, this is nuts. Check us out at InstantAcres.com to see if this tract is still available. You can definitely give us a call in the office. You can definitely email us at sales@InstantAcres.com, but ultimately, if you go to the website, you will know. Awesome potential for investment, hunting, camping, building. I mean, to have a true property that is actually investment that you can still use and create the memories with your family and friends, which is what it's all about anyway. Pretty spectacular. InstantAcres.com.